Hi everybody, my name's Steve with Rooster Boost, and this is a video to answer the most common question that we get, and that is, will it fit my boat? I'm going to go through a couple things that you need to look for, mostly with outboards. I'll touch on inboards just a little bit, so I hope you enjoy, and if you have any questions afterwards, feel free to comment, or better yet, you can reach out to us on our website or on Facebook. So the number one question we get at Rooster Boost is, will the Rooster Boost fit my boat? And there's a couple quick things that you can look at to see. If you have an outboard that's newer than 1985, bigger than 40 horses, the answer is probably yes. That's exactly what our easy mount system is designed to do. It's designed to mount to the standard mounting hardware that's on any boat that's newer than 1985. So if you have that, the next question that you got to answer is, where is your tow hook? So the tow hook has to be at least outside one of these attachment points that are on the easy mount system. So as long as it's about 8 inches or further out from the side of the boat, you've got that covered. The third thing is, how does the motor align with the back of your transom? So on this boat, the motor's at the very back of the transom. There's nothing to interfere with mounting of the easy mount kit. So easy, boom. So all three things, 85 or newer, tow hooks on the outside, and the motor is flat with the back of the transom. And that's 90% of your aluminum fishing boats. Where you run into some differences, and there's so many different models, is some fiberglass boats actually have the motor receded, and you'll have like a pontoon, and that will actually be out to here, so that would interfere with the mounting of your easy mount. So for anybody that has a boat like that, we have spacers available that bring the extension out to be able to clear that. So 90% of your boats that have an outboard, you're going to be able to bolt that right on. Minimal to no changes or adaptations to the Rooster Boost itself. So the second mounting option you're going to have, and it's up to you to decide what's best for your boat, is if you have an older boat or a smaller motor, like for example my duck boat has a clamp on 35 horse, then you would be looking at doing our hard mount kit. And the hard mount kit is the same between the two, except for you don't get the easy mount bracket and extension here. What you get is the adjustment brackets, adjustment post, and then the Rooster Boost itself. So just to give you guys a good idea of what a boat that would possibly use a hard mount would be like my duck boat. So if you recall from the videos, you've seen us going across the lake, and we had one hard mounted to the back of this. It works perfect. This is a aluminum plate over the transom. It holds on there perfectly fine, and it just takes a couple minutes to install it. So another good example of a boat that I would use the hard mount on would be this older fiberglass boat, and it has an outboard that's older than 85, but there's plenty of room on the transom and it's plenty thick to be able to mount a Rooster Boost to. Now if you do have a older boat that's newer than this that you could use the easy mount on, but you don't mind drilling a couple holes, you can decide to do that if you want to. I personally, if you have the ability to, would use the easy mount system. But this is just another good example of a hard mount boat. So hopefully if you have an outboard, you have a pretty good idea of what system you would use to mount to your boat if you're interested in getting the Rooster Boost. I just wanted to touch real quick on guys with IOs, and I've received a lot of questions from people with IOs, and the answer is that the Rooster Boost really hasn't been designed to be attached to these. Not saying that it can't, but it hasn't been designed to be attached to IOs. We're working on a solution that would attach to the actual Mercruiser or Volvo part of that, but we don't have that yet. In the meantime, if you decide that you want to mount or attempt to mount a Rooster Boost to your IO, the best places to do it are a reinforced part of the transom of your boat. You can't mount it on like the middle where there's no reinforcement, because it probably won't handle the forces that the Rooster Boost puts out. So I recommend at least 1.5 inches of fiberglass. We can work with you looking at that to see if it would work, but again, in that case, it's up to you if you want to mount it.